Elbis. Album review. Yeah.
Alright everyone, welcome back to the Elbis and Elbis album review show. I'm Johnny with Elbis.
Alright, pal.
And well, today we're coming at you with a new album review. Obviously last night, all probably listening to the after party.
What an after party it was last night.
It was an emotional after party.
Wow, it was emotional.
And to be honest, I'll give my colon update.
Oh, wow.
The Elbis and Elbis colon update.
Yeah.
And the colon it's hanging in there at the moment. I'm feeling alright.
Literally.
It's hanging in there. But, you know, if an ambulance needs to be called, then, you know, we might have to stop halfway through this. But I'll find a way to continue. But anyway, yeah, so last night was...
It was so good, the album we did last night.
Yeah,
Unexpectedly good. It shocked us to the core,
It did,
I would say.
That's it.
It's almost like we didn't want to do another album review
We
today.
felt it was too soon.
Yeah, because it's more than likely going to be a letdown, this one.
Yeah.
It's going to be crap. But the problem is, Elbis and Elbis, we just like to get straight back on the arse and
We do.
get it out of the way.
Yeah. And we mainly do it for you fans, you know.
And if we do a crap one today, then the next one we do will sound even better.
Well, exactly.
So,
and
yeah,
if you
gotta
think this
do
is
some
crap and you
crap
listen to it all the way till the end, it's your fault.
Yeah, this is
Anyway, so, well, I mean, after last night with ELO Discovery,
Yes.
we have a new entry on the Wii L.
New entry has come through the pipeline, let's just say, and it has been fed into the supercomputer.
It has been
and it is
combobulated,
ready
let's
for
just say.
wheeling.
Well, I mean, I'll get my binoculars out and I will read the names on the Wii L.
Yes. Are we doing Elbis Predicts? Yeah, that's why you do the
Jesus
binoculars, isn't
Christ.
it? Let's do Elbis Predicts.
Well,
the fans
I
are loving
mean,
it. It's 1-0
Are they
still
though?
to me.
Because I haven't seen anyone who said, you know, the bloody
They
love Elvis.
have, I'm telling you, I'm getting
Who the hell are
like
these people?
personal
I
messages
don't
about
get
it.
what's going
They're
on.
loving it.
Well, we'll do Elvis Breaks in.
Only because it's 1-0 to me, that's why. I
Okay,
don't
still.
bother.
Right, here we go. Let's focus the binoculars.
Okay, yeah.
Hang on a minute. Hang on. Yeah, okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Right, okay. On the wheel today, we've got Michael Jackson Bad for about the 55th week running.
I know.
Urban Hymns by The Verve. Led Zepp 3 by Led Zepp.
A partially eponymous
Stone Roses by the Stone Roses.
album. A fully eponymous album.
Murder Ballads by Nick Cave and the Bad Sets. Toys in the Titanic by Aerosmith. And Brothers in Arms by Dire Straits.
An expensive Jamaican neighbourhood.
It was in a way.
Yeah.
And well, Elbis Predicts.
It's gotta be bad.
Elvis
It's got to be.
So Elvis the Wise.
Elvis the Wise has predicted Michael Jackson Bad.
Well, Elvis the Impetuous.
Well, you're probably rushing him.
I think it's going to be Toys in the Attic by Aerosmith.
For anyone who doesn't understand the Master of Impressions, that is Toys in the Attic by Aerosmith.
By Aerosmith.
And, well, either would be good.
That's my prediction.
So go for your walk.
Alright, I'll go for my walk. I'll be back. Alright, I'm here. Well, we've gone through the names. We've made the prediction. Oh, God. Oh, God.
I don't believe this.
Jesus
I
Christ.
told you not to touch that.
Oh, my God. Bloody hell. Sorry about
about
this.
it.
Sorry, God.
Honestly.
Oh, God, I think I've knocked a switch or something.
Them petaflops.
There's a few
Still
sparks
fire.
flying at the moment, I think.
Well,
I might
just
have to
be
be
quick
careful.
with
Yeah, we'll just fire up those petaflops.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Oh,
It's 2-0 to Elvis. Ah, yes.
I don't believe this. You've rigged this wheel. You've rigged this wheel.
It was always going
Oh,
to be
get
eventually.
stuffed. It's bloody rigged
Elvis
this wheel.
again.
I'll join Elvis back in the
Astro
recording area.
connected.
Alright, I'm back.
It's Michael Jackson Bad.
Oh, yeah, it is, yeah.
So that's 2-0 to
Well,
Elvis.
finally, I mean, it's been here
Wise.
for a while. 55th week running.
Yes.
Michael Jackson Bad, but finally, the wheel produces it.
Yes.
So, interesting. You need to fire Jukey up.
Oh my God! I was just
Jesus
sat with a grin
Christ.
on my face because I was real pleased that I won Elvis Predict.
Get over, buddy.
Give us
2-0.
you
Who cares?
give him the news.
News. Bloody hell. There is some news. There's, well,
1 minute.
we've got some
Keep him talking.
some merch and that on the bio.
It's alright.
Alright, okay.
Now.
Here we go. Michael Jackson Bad. And to be
Now,
fair,
this is probably familiar to even our listeners.
It is in a way.
You would say.
Probably.
And it'll be really interesting, this, because obviously we've had some real strong albums of late. And some people, I think it's one of the best-selling albums of all time, isn't it? Certainly.
Well,
But
definitely.
is it one of the best listens?
We'll have a listen. And if people are thinking, is this an eponymous album? No, it isn't.
But it's an eponymous song.
So let's have a listen. Well, that was Michael Jackson with Bad.
Yes.
The eponymous song.
Eponymous.
And a bloody great song to kick off the album.
It's a very good song. Now, I think this album was out in about 1987, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like
Which
that.
was around the start of my karate career. Let's just say. And
Yeah.
I remember the
Jesus, here we
video. The
go.
video for this. I don't know whether you've seen it or not. But in the long version of the video at the beginning.
Isn't he like stood on a car or something?
No, good God, you really don't know anything. It's where he's like in a building and he's him and they're all pretending they're real tough with loads of guys and he's like doing dancing and stuff. But if you watch the full version of the video, there's a load of little kids who do the same as what they're doing first, right? So there's like a kid who plays Michael Jackson.
Does he stand on the car at one bit?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. I think you're thinking of something else.
I don't know.
Now, those kids were acting real tough, and I remember watching it back in '87 when I was around a similar age, and I thought, you know what? I could batter every single one of them.
Yes.
All they can do is fancy dancing,
Jesus
whereas I
Christ.
could do karate.
Bloody.
But good song. I
Yeah,
enjoyed
it's
it.
a good song. It is a great song, and I've got to say, it's once again it sort of that Michael Jackson style in a way that made him so successful in the years he was active. Let's just say, and I think "Bad" is one of the most memorable songs.
I'm a bit sick of it now, to be honest. It's for me.
yeah,
it's probably my least favourite on the entire album.
It's
if I'm honest.
what I did notice about that song is I don't really know. I mean, it's sort of one of the best songs ever. Definitely not.
No,
It was a bit repetitive, I thought, and actually I thought it went on a little bit too long for me.
Yeah,
But
but
you know,
if you imagine 1987,
exactly,
hearing this
and
coming on the
Michael
radio,
Jackson,
you
and
hadn't heard it before,
he's having a dance and that, and everyone's
you
like,
would
oh
think,
god.
actually, this is pretty good.
Yeah,
So we
but
can't slag it off.
I'm not
like
going to
that.
slag it off too much.
Victim of its own success.
And to be fair, if I was in a built-up suburban area, or I was just in any area, let's just say, and that song came on, the likelihood is I would probably turn it up.
Nowadays, I would stay the same, if I'm honest. However, in 1987, I would definitely have turned it up. So I suppose we'll give it a turn it up. It's only because I'm sick of it. Do you know what I mean?
Should we say about the...
Well, Michael Jackson is a controversial character.
He is, in a way.
And we feel we need to address this very quickly.
I was going to.
We are not reviewing this album on the content of Michael Jackson's character, however you may interpret that.
Good dancer, though.
He was a good dancer. And we are interpreting and reviewing this album on the strength of its sound as a musical piece.
Exactly.
And
We're
that's
just looking
all
at the
saying
music.
on
We aren't looking about the dodgy stuff that he was up to and that.
Well,
Allegedly. We don't know.
Who
We don't
knows?
know.
We're listening to this as a musical album, and that's it. So we've addressed it, and we like to address things.
Well, let's have a
head
listen.
on. Let's just say.
Well.
Anyway, the next song is called "The Way You Make Me Feel."
Well, let's have a lock how this makes me feel. Oh, God. The girl's gone. Yeah. Probably get copyrighted anyway. That was The Way You Make Me Feel, Michael Jackson.
And I'd like to tell the fans a little something about the way you make me feel.
Bloody
and
hell.
you make me feel incredibly disappointed week after week because once again, unbeknown to the fans, somebody left me in the lurch while he went off to a little room and made a dark deposit. And I'm sick of it.
We're gathering and I had to make a professional payments with the full balance due.
Honestly.
And the thing is, I mean...
Was it a part professional payment?
It was the full
Because
payment.
it seemed like a full payment.
It was
to
a
me.
full
Good.
payment. It was a full payment. I
Talk
have
about
paid my
losing the
debts.
rhythm.
Let's just say
God.
I've paid off my debts. But I'm here for the long run now. That's it now. I'm
well,
sorted for the rest of the review. But that needed to happen because the devil came a calling. Let's just say.
Good song though, wasn't it?
Ah, brilliant song.
Really good song.
I think probably actually I'd say my favourite. One of my favourites.
My favourite I've heard so far.
Yeah,
If I turned Bad up to an 8, I would turn that up to a 9.
Yeah,
Let's just say I've reserved the 10 for something else.
And well, I mean, I think the song.
Actually, that could be quite a good feature. What volume? Number?
I can't be bothered. The thing is, I think the way you make me feel, it's like it's again, it's one of them where I think that was a more unique sound to it. That one. You know what I mean? That's one way you'd think, oh, that's
it can
like
either be
Michael.
Unique or it can't.
Well,
we've discussed this before.
I don't know.
Frankly, I'm getting sick of the way you would chuck that phrase
Maybe
around.
I mean, I think you can with Jacko. It's like you've got to appreciate. I think he inspired a lot of other artists.
He referred to himself as the king of pop, and it's difficult to disagree because he did almost define a genre.
Exactly.
And can we talk a little bit while we're here about the video for that?
We can absolutely do that if you want, pal. I've got no
Here's
problems
an
with that one.
in the video, and I very much admire the way she makes me feel.
Let's just say the way that entity it makes me feel is a feeling I would like more.
Now, this is how long ago? 1987?
Yeah, well, it was something like that.
So, what were that? Like, 34 years. 34 years. Now, I'd be willing to bet that that entity has aged very well.
Well, I won't mind seeing her now. And if she's around... Drop us an email.
Well, I'll tell you
what.
Elbis. Yeah. If you're listening.
Gmail.
Yeah.
Elbis and Elbis.
Market for attention of Elbis the Wise.
Gmail.com.
Don't
Get
bother with it.
stuff.
Anyway, what we
Elbis
could do actually, whilst
that's the one she wants
to
to be seeing.
Whilst we're listening to the next song, we could actually run a P run and see what happens.
I don't mind listening to a P run.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, let's fire up the next song. Get Jukey going, and let's have a listen to this next one. What's it called?
There's a slight delay on it.
For God's sake. That's the
Here
we go. What is it?
Oh, I don't know. Speed Demon.
Oh my. Well, that was Speed Girl.
Speed Demon.
Oh yeah, that was it.
Idiot.
Speed Demon. It sounded like Speed Girl to me. But it was a good song. That
really good. One of my favourites.
Yeah, it's a bloody great song. And I'm just looking at the lyrics here. I'm thinking what that song's about. And it seems to me it's about like a bloke, right, who's like in a car, and he's just like, driving real fast down like a motorway or something, like the M6 or something.
I have a couple of things to say, really. Back when I was an extreme sportsman.
Oh, here we go.
Now, me and then we used to listen to rock and roll, but every now and again when we wanted some light pop relief, we used to get the ghetto blaster out and stick the tape in and back.
You and your
I used to enjoy listeing to Speed Demon.
While you was on your scooter jumping off
I was on a skateboard actually, and I was ollying over all sorts. When I was going quite fast, I used to think, I'm a bit of a Speed Demon. However, in later life, I discovered, having had experience with demons, that there's no such thing as a speed demon because they can move instantaneously.
No,
so
in a way, it's probably a criticism in a way.
It's
a bit of a crap title, really, isn't it?
Now, have you ever seen the film Moonwalker?
Yeah, it's the one with Michael Jackson in it.
That's the one. Yeah, it's terrible. But I like this bit in it because he's actually on a motorbike and he turns into a rabbit.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it is quite interesting.
Well, it sounds like a good song. And it is a good song in a way. I think with this one, I probably would turn it up, especially if I was driving down, let's just say, I don't know, the M6 or something. Let's say if I was driving down the motorway, and I was like, maybe, I don't know, I'm not breaking the law or anything, but, I'm just making sure I'm in the limit. But, I'm pushing that limit right to the max, let's just say. I'd be a little bit of a speed demon myself. And I'd probably have that song on full blast.
I'm not sure how fast the Elbis Mobile can actually go.
It's not that quick. I've been working on it.
It's a steady runner, isn't it?
Yeah, it gets you where you want to go.
Like how Dukey, in a way.
It is in a way. It gets you where we want to go. But we are working on the Elbis Mobile, and hopefully it'll get faster soon and that.
I've personally taken control of the sound system in there, and I'm thinking of retrofitting the sound enhancer from old Dukey into the Elbis Mobile. Yeah, that's a surprise for you, that.
Well.
Anyway, the next song is called Librarian Girl.
Oh, this is, we'll see. That was Librarian Girl.
Oh my God, Jukey's coming. Just a sec.
Jesus Christ. Whoa. You had me there, bloody hell. Jesus Christ. The jukebox was very close to exploding then. Oh my God.
Anyway, about that song.
Yeah, Librarian Girl.
Great song.
Brilliant song.
It's a mature song.
It is in a way. And to be honest, I don't know what Michael Jackson was doing knocking about with a librarian, to be honest. Because, I mean, obviously, well, there's nothing wrong with it, but you know, she's obviously probably smart and stuff, you know, because she's read a lot of books and all that.
Actually,
and you know, because I've heard they're all pretty smart, because they work in like a library and that, and like you know, read all the books and stuff.
And I remember when I was a kid. And
did you have some librarian girl?
Well, I knew one. Yeah, I did, because
a librarian girl.
Well, actually, I'm kind of my courting companion now is a librarian girl, isn't she?
She is a librarian girl.
Which
she
is
yes, she is.
Monkey, if you don't know, she is a librarian.
Yeah, Monkey is a librarian girl.
Now, when I was young, and as you know, I've always been Jack the Lad, bit of a rogue, and you know. Well,
Jack the Lad.
Yes. Bit of a rogue.
Jack the
One of the cool kids who people used to look up to and all that. Now my sister is the complete opposite.
Sorry, the professor.
And she is a bit of a, still is a bit of a nerd, let's just say. Or a geek, I don't know what the American friends say, but you know, that sort of thing. A square or a swat. Something like that. And I remember around this time, when I was Jack the Lad, and she took a voluntary job at school, putting the books away. And so I used to sing to her, Librarian girl, the biggest loser in the whole wide world. And she loved it. Well, she didn't. She hated it actually, but
it was quite. I'm gonna say a good one, Paul.
Yeah. Well, that song probably has scarred hair to this day.
Yeah, probably. Anyway,
but if she can't take it, she shouldn't get a job.
Exactly, and that's the thing. And I'm not slagging off librarian girls because you know I think not wrong with them and
cohabit with one.
But this girl who Michael Jackson's been hanging about with, she's obviously a clever girl in that, and
not necessarily.
The book she's read. Well, we don't know, but good song.
You can work in a sausage shop and not necessarily eat sausages. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean, pal. Well spoken.
Anyway, now, it's lucky I've been observing the LCD screen.
Thank God for that.
Screen, the display. Because Dukey wanted to skip one then, but I managed to get it in time. And the next one is called Just Good Friends.
Oh, interesting. Let's have a look at this. Oh. That was Just Good Friends, Michael Jackson, and it's featuring Stevie Wonder.
Yes, and I tell you what, isn't Stevie Wonder's voice brilliant?
It really is, yeah. He's a good singer in a way. I'm not sure how much dancing he would be doing during this video. It probably would have to say it was mainly Michael Jackson who was doing most of the dancing.
I was thinking when I heard him come into that song, and I forgot he was in it, if I'm honest. When I heard him come in, I thought, do you know what? How does he learn the bloody words? But then I thought maybe Braille or something, do you think?
Possibly, but I've heard he can drive.
Yeah, I heard that as well.
So what's all that about?
Must be false, surely.
Yes, well, I don't know, I've seen him.
But, really good song, and I tell you what, it's got more of a feel to it. It's not like a bad... when I say bad, I mean the album Bad. It doesn't feel as if it's from the album Bad. It feels like it's from an earlier album.
It's weird, isn't it, with Stevie Wonder as well, because, I mean... He's never seen himself in the mirror, has he?
No, I wondered that, and it's, there's a lot of things I wonder about blind people, if I'm honest. And if you are blind and listening to this, I think we do have a blind following,
we do, definitely.
Yeah,
leave a comment.
Must be interesting.
If you
it's
couldn't see it, sorry. But
obviously, if you appreciate an entity or not, then how do you know?
Well, that's what I mean. If you can hear them, but you can accidentally maybe.
But we might be all they're nice with this discussion.
Let's talk about this.
It was a really
if there was a
good
script,
song.
it would not be in it.
Really good song.
Yeah, it was a great song, and in a way, it was like Stevie and Michael. They were
you could wish for a better pair, could you?
You can imagine this attractive female entity, and they're like going up to him like, oh yeah, come on, let's have a go on that. Yeah. And they're like sort of saying, look, love, we've got a sort of job to do here, entertaining people, just stay out of it.
And Stevie would be saying to Michael, is she any good? And Michael, well, who knows what his response is.
Stevie wouldn't know, would he?
As we...
Well, controversial. Anyway,
in any case, I think it's important that we move on swiftly to the next song. And it is called Another Part of Me.
Wow. Well, that was another part of me. And, oh God.
I'm back.
Oh! Oh god! Oh god!
Wait, Jukey, I told you not.
Well, that's bloody joking.
I know.
Honestly, Jesus.
It wasn't a direct deposit emergency.
Well, I wasn't sure, to be honest.
To speak to somebody.
Anyway, that was another part of me.
Well, that used to be one of my. In fact, it used to be my least favourite song on the album, but I actually enjoyed it more hearing it now than I did back then.
Well, so far, I mean, I won't say every song's been groundbreaking. However, I would say every song's been a good song so far. There's been no flaws, I'd say.
Well spoken.
And you know, does that necessarily mean it's the best album? No, it don't really, because you know, you could. Would you rather have an album with, let's say, 4 outstanding songs and maybe 1 mediocre one, or would you just have like all good ones?
Well,
that's the question you've got to ask yourself.
I know what you mean. There's nothing that's been outstanding thus far.
Not really. No, not really. I wouldn't even say the way. I'd say Bad is good. The Way You Make Me Feel's great.
Yeah.
Speed Demon is good.
Video for The Way You Make Me Feel.
Librarian Girl's good.
Yeah.
And Just Good Friends good. That's it, really. Not outstanding, but good.
They're all turned up to number 8 at the moment.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe a 9 for The Way You Make Me Feel. Anyway, we're not bringing in that new rating system.
No, we're not.
Rubbish.
No, we're not. It's rubbish.
Stick with the traditional.
Yeah. And another part of me, I'd turn them all up. I wouldn't. Speed Demon. If I was on the M6 with the windows down, I probably would turn it up.
Yeah.
But Librarian Girl, I'll probably keep that the same. Just Good
Friends.
Friends.
I'd turn Librarian Girl up. I think it's my
maybe I
favourite
would.
so far.
Maybe if I was like driving past the
I
library.
enjoy singing that song I used to sing to my sister, you see.
Oh yeah, it's a good song actually. Yeah, maybe I would say it. Just Good Friends. Yeah, just sing it on the phone. Yeah. Another part of me though, decent song, and it was like a tune that you'd like walk down the street to, holding your belt and just like
sway. I can see what you mean in a way.
And everyone be like, oh,
just
cool
that
kid?
bit of it though.
And everyone's like, oh, was that cool
I'd be happy
kid?
if that was just played in a room.
Yeah, I would in a way. And people would be like, oh,
Like
was that cool kid down the street? And they'd say, oh, it's Elbis the Impetuous. He's back again.
The first time they've ever said that.
Yeah, God, they say it all the time.
Now, the next one, there's no point in lying, Elvis.
Well,
The next one is a song which is quite important in the development of Elvis and Elbis.
Well,
because
I
we do
would say,
enjoy this song
we've
immensely.
just said about every song being good so far.
Yes.
I think it's about to change.
Now, I'm going to introduce it in the style of Monkey. And I'm going to say the next song is called Man in the Mirror.
That was.
Wait a minute.
Oh, come on,
Sorry,
got it.
That
That was Man in the Mirror, and I've got to say, bloody outstanding that song. It really
Probably
is.
the outstanding song on the album for me.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
shouting because I've had to go.
Well, you've had to go all the way. haven't you?
There's a problem
All
with
the other way.
feed.
Yeah,
let's
God,
just
Jesus
say.
Christ.
Anyway, I'm back. The outstanding song on the album, I think. You leave it alone.
Well, I just saw a bit of a loose valve. I just thought I'd tighten.
Don't be messing with them valves, please.
Well,
Now, it's absolutely outstanding. Outstanding video as well, in which Jacko doesn't appear, does he? I don't think. It's all...
no, he doesn't actually.
Yeah.
It's a lot of. It's all like.
But I have seen a live performance of that from the Bad Tour, because this album was associated with a Whale Tour.
Any good?
Oh, absolutely brilliant.
Right.
Really brilliant. Now, I know a few people who attended said Bad
Wow.
concerts at Wembley.
Wow.
2 of those was my auntie and uncle, and 1 of those was a pal, let's just say. And I've got to be honest, I don't think I've ever forgiven him, because I was really into Michael Jackson around this time, and everybody was really into him. And they just went and actually all 3 of them said, oh yeah, it was all right. You know what I mean?
God.
And I was like,
Oh dear.
but that's life,
That's just life, innit? You've got to get on with stuff like that. So
but that's
it's
the
a
outstanding
shame.
song.
It's a shame. But Man in the Mirror, it's a brilliant song. I mean, from start to finish, I've got to say, the album took a turn there, and the first outstanding song I'd say that's come on so far.
Now, if you was driving down the M6, let's just say,
Oh, yes.
and arriving shortly in a built-up suburban area,
Oh, yes.
I can see a sunny day. You'd have the window down.
I would, yeah.
I'd be sat in the back.
Yeah, wow. An handcuffs.
Entity.
Bloody hell.
No, with an entity. And you'd be tapping the dashboard, wouldn't you? I think.
I
Or
would be
maybe have
tapping the
your arm
dashboard.
on the window.
Yeah, and I'd
things
have
on,
like
whatever
sunny's on and that, and I'd be loving it. And everyone
And you
like,
would turn it
look
right
at
up.
Elbis the Impetuous there, he's cool as hell. And who the hell's that creep in the back? And anyway, Man in the Mirror, it's a fantastic song. I'd play it anywhere, I'd whack it full volume, I'd use a sellotape, anything you can to get this song full blast. It's a brilliant
great
song.
Really great song.
Fantastic.
Now, the next song is called I Just Can't Stop Loving You.
Well, let's have a listen. That was I Just Can't Stop Loving You, featuring, well, by Michael Jackson, featuring Cedar Garrett.
I've never heard of him.
I've never heard of him. I've got no idea who he is.
Because this song was absolutely huge. And you think this bloke would have had like an album out or
Well, this is
something.
what I mean. Whoever this kid is, I mean, he obviously... I mean,
Did a good
he
job,
got a
though.
big break here, but I mean...
Did a good job.
Yeah, I don't know
Really
what's happened
good
to him, to be
job.
honest, but he did it well. He did an alright job.
This is a classic love song, I think.
It is, in a way.
And I bet there was a lot of people in the 80s, or the late 80s,
Let's just
who had
say.
this as the first dance at the wedding.
Probably.
But I should imagine that it goes on a bit longer than what they thought when they was having the dance.
Yeah, and I'd probably get a bit tired after a while.
Yeah,
I think, I'm sick of this now. Let's
After
just
about the
bloody-
first minute, I'd be saying, "Come on, bloody best man and the bridesmaids and
sick
all
of
that.
that.
Get in
Sick
the
of that.
thing,
Stop
Start
dancing.
dancing.
Yeah.
Sick of this. Get the disco going.
And get the
Let's have a
taxi.
bit
Well,
of
I'd say
ELO.
that. Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Good song though. Really good.
Oh,
song.
it's a great song.
It
I
is a
think
great song.
with that one, it was just... Again, it wasn't amazing, but again, a good song that you can't really complain with. So far, this album,
I
it's
would
just been a
probably turn that
compilation of good songs.
I would probably turn that up.
I would, in a way, because, you know, I can imagine having the windows down once again in the Elbis Mobile
Yeah.
and be just like, sort of, I just can't stop loving you.
That's it. It's like,
Just screaming it out and that.
say your Justin Bieber tape had finished.
Yes.
And you had to put the
Justin
wireless
Bieber
on
tape.
for a little bit.
God.
Then,
be like it.
you know, you'd have some run-of-the-mill modern music on, which is trash.
Like
And that song came on.
Joel tip.
That would absolutely, you'd be like, oh, well, I will put this on. A hot summer's day, you know. I mean, you could be going to a wedding, we don't know.
Well, you could be.
Now, the next song is
Could be getting
one
married.
with a title that I very much like.
Well, that's a good.
And from experience, a song which I'm also fond of. It's called Dirty Diana.
Right, you're on this one. That were Dirty Diana, and yeah, brilliant song that.
For me, right up there with Man in the Mirror as one of the strongest songs on the
fancy,
album.
yeah, I would agree.
Really good.
I would agree, and you know, like Dirty Diana, obviously, it's a really well-known Michael Jackson song.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I haven't heard it in quite a while. When I do listen to it every now and again, I always think this song is brilliant. It really is. Brilliant.
Yeah, it is. It's got more of a heavy rock beat.
And apparently, this song actually has a bit of meaning behind it.
Oh,
in a way.
really? Well.
And apparently,
Yeah.
it's about groupies.
Oh, really?
So it's like these. Well, for Michael Jackson, it probably was attractive.
Well.
Female.
Well, we don't
Well,
know.
well,
We don't know.
we don't know.
But
there
you
was
know,
some
regardless
female
of that, the song is what it's about.
entities
And,
and
you
that.
know, apparently there was some
female entity
backstage who
would like
was
to
not
have it
clean
away.
in her
She was dirty.
demeanour.
Yeah, let's just say. And you know, she was wanting to have it away with
Well,
MJ and that. probably.
well, good luck, I would say.
Well.
But
Um,
oh, it could've
and
been
he was
somebody
like sort of
else.
saying, you know,
We
get
don't know.
stuffed, you know, don't. do
Well,
that.
well, he would, wouldn't he?
Well.
But the thing is,
Elbis the Impetuous.
now
He was
we
really-
sort of probably gonna get groupies soon.
In a
The
way.
thing is, if you're thinking of being a groupie for Elbis and Elbis, then
Send us a photo.
send us a photo, but we're probably going to say no because we both have courting companions.
We do, yeah.
But
yeah. Just send us a.
I like
well,
to keep a catalogue of our fans.
I think probably move on.
Yeah, we'll go to the next song, shall we?
Yeah, what's the next song? It's a great song.
You
But
can't
send
go
us an
like that.
email anyway, and we'll have a look.
Yeah, we're always willing. We're open to suggestions. Now the
Yeah,
next
yeah.
one is called a smooth criminal.
Oh wow, that's how I describe Elvis the Impetuous. Oh, no. Well, that was Smooth Criminal, Michael Jackson, and I'm gonna say, fantastic song again.
Yeah. I think some of Michael Jackson's songs, I think in a way he hasn't done himself any favours because he makes such good videos. Now, that was an iconic video.
Yeah.
And I remember, when I first saw that video, I'd come in from a hard day's extreme sporting.
Oh,
and I came in, and on my skateboard, let's just say the wheels were clean, but the knees were scabby. Because I'd
probably because you
really
kept falling off.
I did. Well, you're trying to...
Because you're bloody crap. You can't
you're on a massive ramp.
Jesus Christ.
Quite
I
honestly,
would stick to the skateboard like bloody...
Only those who reach for the stars catch them. That's what I've always said, and that's what I was trying to do on my skate. Now, I'd come in anyway, and my mum was like, oh, you know, I don't know if it was Top of the Pops or something. She's like, oh, Michael Jackson's new video's on later. I was like, oh, all right. And then, anyway, this come on, and I thought, do you know what? It's pretty iconic, that. And in some ways, he doesn't do himself favours, because when you hear the song, you sort of want to see the video at the same time.
In a way,
do you know what I mean?
If you could do like a video album.
Yeah, well, I don't know if the technology's available for such a thing.
I don't really.
You know.
But you know, it would be pretty good though.
It would be, wouldn't it? Yeah, I'll put that on my list actually.
Yeah, actually.
I'll take some modifying or recombobulating.
See if we can do a video album.
Computer.
Yeah.
But you know, we could do video album reviews if I work on that.
We could.
Actually,
that's a good idea.
Yeah,
I'm glad I don't. Yeah, but I mean, not Dead Eye, and a Smooth Criminal. I mean, once again, I think that one it emphasises the effectiveness of the riff well.
It does. That's what I was trying to say.
And there is a few songs on this album where they do.
And I would say Dirty Diana is one of them. And I was trying to find those words and I just couldn't do it.
You know, the words have been like, well spoken. And the effectiveness of the riff. I mean, that's one thing that you don't give credit to Michael Jackson for, really. It's because of some of his songs, I would say, are sort of really generic 80s pop. Well, I don't mean to be, you know, out of order there.
Yeah, you're
but
right. You are right.
Like the standout song, Smooth Criminal, you know, bloody whatever, Dirty Diana. They're all effectiveness of, you know, they're all
by this stage in his career, though, everybody wanted to work with Michael Jackson.
That's what I mean.
Like that bloke who was in the other song the other time.
Oh,
it never worked out for him.
I've got no idea who it was.
But it never worked out for him. But
he sounds like a nice bloke, though.
For instance, on the 1980, whatever it was, 2 or some album, Thriller, he did one with like Eddie Van Halen, didn't he?
He was like into him in that way.
And he could basically put out a call and say, right, this is Michael Jackson, and I want to do a song, what we're going to do. And then leave it to somebody else because he'd become so big.
What you could do is, like, if you had like a mobile phone, right, and you sent like a text off. So like, if Michael Jackson sent like a text off to everyone in his phone book, right, and say like, oh, want to do a song with you and that.
Yeah.
You can guarantee 100% every single artist on his phone book would reply and say, yeah, good.
Weird, don't it? I mean, obviously Stevie Wonder got the nod. I don't know.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Text, but he might.
I'm pretty sure Justin Timberlake got a nod as well.
Oh my god. Well, that was the later Michael Jackson.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
And to me, I don't really pay much attention after this album with Michael Jackson. I love Thriller. I love Off the Wall and his earlier stuff when he was in the Jackson 5. But I'm not that keen after this. So, in any case, that was a good song.
It was a great song.
And to finish the album is...
the penultimate song it was.
Yeah. It's, it was, you're right.
But now the last song.
Bloody hell, we just had a bit of an episode there, don't worry.
Are you alright?
Yeah.
Christ, what the hell was that?
I think it was Jokey groaning
like
the...
well.
The last song is called Leave Me Alone.
Bloody hell. Oh, bloody hell was going on? Well, that was Leave Me Alone. And the end of the album, and another good song. I mean, you can't complain, really, can you?
No, you would never turn it off or turn it down, really. No. Decent, but not one of my favourites.
But it's interesting, this album, really, because he's known as one of the best of all time, as you know.
Yeah, not for me.
Not really for me either.
Yeah.
But what I'd say is that it's full of good songs. There isn't one bad song on there.
Yeah, I agree. There's no narrative as such,
I wouldn't say it's absolutely out of this world, you know, life-changing.
I mean, we're going to have a discussion now, aren't we, about where we place
definitely, yeah.
This on the...
and I'm a bit unsure, to be honest with you, because...
Hill of albums.
I suppose it depends on people's personal experiences in a way.
Yeah.
Because probably this album is close to a lot of people's hearts because it's where it came out when they grew up and all
number
that.
one, there's no bad song on it.
No, there isn't.
And there's a couple of outstanding.
Yeah,
songs,
there is. Yeah,
I would say
there is. Yeah, but it's not like.
It's not breathtaking.
No,
though, is it? It's not like it didn't bring us to tears like ELO did last night.
It's not.
Seriously, we were nearly crying. Weren't
It's
we?
not.
I think you were.
Well, yeah.
But,
I'm hard as nails. I'm
well,
crying.
we'll see about that.
I saw a tear in your eye. Good. Gonna be Horace Wimp.
Oh, you had you. Good God.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the thing is with this bad. It's like it feels weird to say it, but it does sound in parts like just a generic 80s.
Well, I have a theory or a suggestion on how to place this album, and now hear me out. Number one, as we've said, only very slightly, but number one is Discovery by the All Electric Light Orchestra.
Very recently.
And just below that, absolutely like
on a par.
Breadth below that.
On a par.
Just below it. Just below a par is Different Class by Pulp. Then below that we have some strong albums such as
Simon and Garfunkel,
Meatloaf, Simon and Garfunkel,
Hunky Dory,
Funky
David
Dory,
Barry,
all that business, and The Strangler. Now below that, it starts to get a bit more murky, I would say. And what I would say is, if we were to take an album which I love and you didn't particularly like, let's say Appetite for Destruction,
it's alright.
And if we were to take an album which you love and I wasn't blown away with, let's say The Smiths and whatever it was called,
The Queen is Dead,
that's
great
it.
album.
I would maybe sandwich this between those two, and I'll tell you why. Or like either side. So Appetite for Destruction's one end of it, a bookend,
Probably
if you like.
below it. Yeah.
No, a bookend, and then The Smiths is the other bookend because I love that one, you love this one, and then in the middle we'll stick bad because we both like it. Do you know what I mean?
I think that's fair.
I think that's fair. So
think
it's kind of in the third to fourth range.
Yeah, I'd say that. I'd agree with you there.
Third to fourth tier.
To me, it was a good album. It is a good album.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know.
Would you buy it on vinyl?
I've got it on vinyl.
Oh, have you?
It's in my collection.
No, I wouldn't buy it.
But I didn't have to buy it. It was handed down to me. Pardon me.
Now you're off. We're having gastric issues, fans.
We need the Elbis and Elbis well-class gastric pill, if there is one.
Well, I'm currently hooked up to the Elbis and
Elbis defibrillator at the moment.
Yeah, well.
We're just, this is the... Well, I've actually got...
left, let's just say. We have to finish this poddy pretty... promptly.
I'm hoping that the Elbis and Elbis colon kit is delivered soon because
there's only you that need
my
that.
colon
the
needs
Elbis
to
colon
be
kit. My colon is in excellent health. Thank you very much.
But I mean, anyway, Michael Jackson bad. It's a good album. I think third to fourth is a good placement for it. I would, yeah. There's not a bad song on it. However, it's not absolutely groundbreaking. It's not life changing. No. However, I would say. It's definitely worth a listen.
What I would say as well is that we opened this episode by saying that this was going to be a crap episode because of how good the All Electric Light Orchestra and Discovery was. And we got emotional. It was, one of the best album reviews and one of the best albums that you've ever read. Anyway, let's put it that way.
Yeah, let's face it.
And the thing is, I'm getting gastrically restricted.
We need to end this episode quick before Elbis gets gastrically attacked.
So. Actually, it's not been too bad, I would say. Be glad with what you've got,
Yeah, definitely. But for me...
The next episode will probably be better.
Definitely doesn't beat Discovery. Definitely don't beat Different Class.
Yeah. It's sandwiched between...
It is. I think it's a great placement from Elbis. It was well-spoken, pal. And, well, that was Michael Jackson bad. We've been Elbis and Elbis. And you have been... Well...
Oh, hang on.
Class.
I think that...
The Elbis and Elbis Album Review Show.